Hi, I'm Spencer.
And I'm Ripley.
6 years ago, we tested this idea together with a playlist of 500 songs.
Now the playlist has grown, changed, and doubled in size. And I don't know all the tracks anymore.
Each episode, we're going to listen to one or two songs from the updated playlist
To see what stories, memories, and emotions they unlock. Two friends.
One playlist. This is Heart Attack. Well, thank you once again for joining us on Heart Attack. I say once again because hopefully you're a returning listener. If you're a first-time listener, welcome, and you're joining us at a transitional stage in the show. Many of you know, or as many of you know, I formerly did this podcast for 7 episodes with Marisa, who was the original stranger for the concept. And as I said last week, there's been some changes where she had to say farewell, and we wish her the best with her endeavors and her pursuits of happiness and music-related fun, and hopefully we hear her name, on the radio or what have you, whatever her dreams are. We wish her the best. That being said, in the week where I had to come up with a bit of a panic situation for a new idea here, I was reaching out to several people. And long story short, I have a friend joining me for the remainder of the show. Hopefully, that's fingers and toes crossed.
You can cross your toes?
A little bit, yeah. It gives me a Charlie horse, but yeah.
Ooh.
We are joined by the wonderfully mythical, talented, friendly Miss Ripley Morgan. Hi, Ripley.
Oh, don't tell them that.
Tell them.
No, they're going to expect me to be friendly.
Oh, you're friendly to me.
Oh, sure.
You're not friendly to everybody?
No, I'm just a special kind of friendly. That's fine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, jeepers.
Roller coaster friendly.
Now there's all kinds of question marks in the listeners' ears.
Oh, you'll find out.
Yeah, that's true. No, welcome, Ripley. I'm very thankful that you're joining me for this, and I deeply, deeply appreciate your willingness to jump on the train and continue this idea with me, even though it's, a little bit different now that, you're not a stranger.
No, but thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. No
I
worries.
was a stranger when we did this the first time.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, we met would have been 2019. Does that sound right to you?
Yes, February of 2019, and also met in quotation marks.
Yes. Met virtually, much like we're doing now. What would you like to do? Would you like to share the story of how that came to be? I think they've heard my voice plenty. Would you like to give the origin story?
Fair enough. I think we met via voice the first time. We both wound up in a voice chat in a Discord server. That was I think you called it a fan club the other day.
Yeah.
Do you want to say where?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. So it's the mythical society. That's why I used the word mythical when I was introducing Ripley. For those of you who don't know, the YouTube show Good Mythical Morning with Rhett and Link, we are both...
We're sorry for you.
Oh, yeah, that's true. If you haven't heard of that, what the hell are you doing listening to Heart Attack? Go watch GMM. But no. Please stay. Please stay. But after this, go check out Good Mythical Morning. Where was I there?
Let's see. Oh, so we met in the Mythical Society Discord voice chat in the week it took for it to get banned because it got a bit rowdy and full.
That's
full
right,
of
too.
So many people.
Yeah. Well, if we dial it back just a hair there again for the people who might not fully understand. So that YouTube show, Good Mythical Morning with Rhett and Link, that's started in 2012. Is that right, Ripley?
Yeah.
They began. So, yeah, in 2019, they set up their you would call it a fan club, but we call it the Mythical Society because that's what it's called. And all sorts of fun perks and additional merchandise that you get through your subscription and all this took place. We're not a sponsor, as they would say, but we're huge fans. And yeah, we joined within the first week of it being a thing. And as Ripley mentioned, we hopped on their Discord server, and we were just, both in that chat, that audio chat. And do you remember what it was like at that moment, Ripley? Like, do you remember the first time you heard me speak, or even maybe what I said?
Oh, yeah. We talked for a good 6 hours. Pretty much the only thing we had in common was being fans.
Right.
And stories came out. You told actually the story that you told in a recent episode with the basketball hoop.
Oh yeah. Yep. My basketball injury at camp.
I think you brought that up because you thought I would appreciate it because I was talking about my love of Halloween and horror movies. Like, we're actually very different people for having hit it off so immediately.
Yep. Yeah, there are a lot of things in this long-distance friendship that have been well established as drastically different, but there are some pretty cool things that we like to celebrate having in common as well. So I think that's the new vibe of the show, you guys, is that we're two very long-distance friends. I mean, I'm in Ontario, Canada. Ripley, where are you?
Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore, Maryland. Yes. The home of the crabs. And that's all I really know.
Hey, that's good enough.
Yeah. I guess if we're the home of the beavers, then you've got the crabs.
All right.
Wait a second.
All righty.
Maybe I should have said moose instead of beaver.
Yeah. That makes it almost better.
Sort of. There's no hardcore double entendre or metaphor there. But yeah, we're coming to you live from Ontario. Well, not live, but Ontario, Canada, and Baltimore, Maryland. So there's a good dynamic.
Fine. Fake it. We're totally live, you guys.
Yeah, right. Call now.
Call in.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, boom. There you go. That was almost in sync. No, but I remember that too. The very first time, I think it was you, me, and maybe 6 other people that were in that chat room on the Discord, and there was some interesting voices going on. But like the voice that cut like a freaking double-edged sword, like right through everybody else's, was your voice. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, yeah, I want to keep talking to her. Like, in one of those ways where you start visualizing, well, gee, I can't see them, but what an amazing voice.
Yeah.
I'm
so much prettier when you can only hear my voice.
Oh, jeez. Right out of the gate with the self-deprecation.
Well,
I think we hopped on our own chat afterwards. Like, there was a lot of banter going on with various people, but then we hopped into our own chat group, didn't we?
Yeah, we hit it off. We branched off. We got into a smaller and smaller group. And ultimately, it led to you and I just chatting with each other fairly consistently, because in 2019, I was Ubering at the time because I was between jobs and looking for something more stable than my previous job.
Oh, yeah, that's right, too.
So I was free for a lot of the day because Ubering you get nothing during the day. You got to hit, morning, lunchtime, and nighttime.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of spare time. And that's what sort of led to, I think, your idea of, I think you had just finished the 500 ranking.
Oh, yeah. So there's some more context that is probably needed for the audience. So at that point in my life, in 2019, I had made I was going to say sloppy, but the sloppy's not the right term. I had put together a list of 500 songs, a playlist of 500 songs that I felt best represented me at that point in time, my musical interests, my values, my morals, all of that. And plenty of those songs from that 500 song playlist are still in the Heart Attack playlist. Some have been taken out, some have been kept exactly where I left them, but going from 500 to 1,000, it's doubling in size. So there's for even you, Rip. So I'm telling this a little bit out of order, my bad. In 2019, was it 2019 or did it take us to 2020 during COVID to listen to those?
It was still in it was before I got the job that I'm at now.
Okay. Yep.
Because I remember my mother still had her job and she was laid off during COVID.
Okay.
She got hit by that snafu.
So it was definitely 2019 that we were listening to those.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for jogging my memory, because I have memories of doing things over the phone during COVID that were similar in nature, maybe some albums and movies and things like that. But
I was mooching her Wi-Fi during the day because while I was Ubering, I couldn't afford Wi-Fi.
Oh, gotcha. Well, that helps you remember it better then. No, it's definitely something that I thought, well, this might be fun for this new friend that I've met who lives far, far away from me to go, hey, maybe you could get to know me by listening to this playlist with me and we can chat after each song, right?
Yeah.
And I thought it was a lot of fun to do with you. And would you say you got to know me pretty well through doing that?
Pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah. As I said, there's new surprises waiting for you because the playlist has doubled in size. And like I said, things have been taken out, things have been kept. There's probably going to be some memory lane vibes when we do get to some of these.
Sure.
And like I said, some new surprises too, which is always fun. So that's our dynamic change, is that we're not strangers, but we're two different people of two different genders from two different parts of the world that don't always agree. But I find that when I do talk to Ripley, the self-control to agree to disagree is always in effect.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to add to our origin story, Ripley? Did we leave anything out?
No, I think that's good for now.
Yeah. I hope that makes sense. Hopefully that was told chronologically and correctly.
If it doesn't, ask us questions.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel free to drop in the YouTube comments or Facebook or Instagram, wherever you're interacting with us. Yeah. If you do have a question, let us know and we'll answer it. You can always send an email as well. We're still at heartattrackpodcast@gmail.com, and we're always accepting any kind of email that you'd like us to read during the show. Ripley can read, so that's no loss on that. I think, right?
Can we talk about this later?
Oh shit. I'll send you a copy of like Hop on Pop or something to get you started.
Yay.
Well, what do you say we get rolling with? Technically, this is episode 7 of Heart Attack, and I had some things that, I was going to reveal to Marisa, but that's fine. We will continue where I left off with her.
Sounds good.
So one thing that we have bonded over is our, I'll say love. I think that's probably a good word choice for this artist. Our love for Weird Al Yankovic.
Yes.
I've chosen a song of his that we'll get into shortly. But Ripley, if you could take me through your first exposure to Weird Al, what would that look like?
My first exposure to Weird Al was, I guess it was Dare to Be Stupid on a cassette tape. Was that the one with Slime Creatures from Outer Space?
Yeah, Slime Creatures from Outer Space is on that album.
Yeah.
Yep, Dare to Be Stupid.
Yep, that was the first album. My parents had it. My mom had it on a cassette.
Mm-hmm.
And we just had like a stack of cassettes that would always live in the car and we would listen to on road trips because we were always going to visit family in Florida or Indiana or, always traveling states, right? So we'd have to have a whole bunch of good music lying around.
Yeah. Well, hey, it sounds like you did.
Mm-hmm.
And that tape was tossed in. So you remember songs like a Surgeon and I Want a New Duck and
Yes.
things like that.
Oh yeah.
Yoda was on there. Yeah.
I heard Yoda before I heard Lola.
Oh yeah. It's always fun to hear a Weird Al parody before you're familiar with the original, and then your brain goes, "Oh hey, I know the funny version."
Right. I mean, I guess I also heard I Want a New Duck before I Want a New Drug, but
Okay. Gotcha.
let's not get into how little mainstream music I actually know.
Sure, yeah. Well, I mean, we both have very niche tastes that kind of go all over the spectrum, really. And that's always my favorite thing with any person, friend, relationship of any kind is to go, hey, check out this song. Like, it's different, it's unique. So are you. What do you think? You know?
Yeah, and it is a great feeling, isn't it, when it really hits? You're like, oh my goodness, this is going in my, my workout playlist. This is going on my, going in the library.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and that's the thing as we go along with some of the old stuff. I mean, I don't expect you to remember everything that was on that 500 originally. I mean, frankly, I don't remember everything that was on it. But I think this Weird Al song was definitely in a similar position to the original, quite low. Of course, that doesn't mean that I dislike the song. It made the list, so I clearly respect it. I definitely appreciate songs about lunch meat, which, there's so many of, right?
Uh-huh.
So what do you say we toss on our first song, which is My Bologna by Weird Al Yankovic?
Sounds great.
You're listening to Heart Attack. Your host will be right back. Hey!
All right. Welcome back, listeners. We just listened to My Bologna by Weird Al Yankovic from his first album, self-titled, from 1983. Ripley, how many times have you heard that song before, do you think?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I almost said triple digits, but I feel like that's just past honest. But many times for sure. Many.
Okay.
It still gets me. The egregious the egregious belch in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I don't know why. Y'all, I am 35.
Right.
It still gets me. I'm that jerk who's like doubled over at that scene in Elf. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, when he belches for like 5 minutes. Yeah. Right. Solid.
I don't know why.
Did you
Oh my
hear
goodness, I
that?
get it from my father, that's for sure.
Right. No, I think it's safe to say we're probably both a sucker for burping and farting type humor.
I saw something once that I don't know what it was. It was a short somewhere. They were like, if you don't think farts are funny, I'm sorry for you. What is wrong with you? Listen, farts are funny. You're just busy living a lie. You know how much energy that takes?
Right. No kidding.
Stop denying it. Let it be funny.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there will be some songs on this playlist that have more burping, first of all, and probably a few farts. I'm pretty sure we'll get there. Not going to say what they are, but there's definitely at least one song that features some farting that we'll get to. You mentioned you had the cassette of Dare to Be Stupid. Did you ever own any physical media version of Weird Al Yankovic, the first album?
Yes, I have the CD.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
I started buying up his albums, what was that? Middle school?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I wound up doing a music project on him.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, I did a whole bunch of research on him. It was great. Gave a whole PowerPoint presentation and shared a song from that album, I think. Mr. Frump.
Oh, yeah, that's the last
from that
track on that album. Yeah, Mr. Frump,
Yeah.
In the Iron Lung. Yeah.
In the Iron Lung.
Yeah. That's the one where he's singing about his old man friend that he goes to visit in the hospital, and every time he speaks to him and he says, and Mr. Frump had to say, and then he uses the air release valve on the accordion to go
what a fun fact.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't?
I didn't know that.
Oh, really? You didn't know that was the release valve on the accordion?
No.
Yeah. There's a little side button that's kind of hidden to most people that, if you just push it down, it releases just the air without playing any notes.
That's another super fun thing that has come up between Spencer and I is we're both massive Weird Al fans, but every once in a while he teaches me something brand new that's super exciting to me.
I'm hardcore Weird Al. So, I mean, as you've probably heard, or I know you've heard on the podcast before, Ripley, that Jim Carrey is my number one slot on my Mount Rushmore of heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my number 2 slot, is Weird Al Yankovic. So he joins Jim Carrey. Yeah, he joins Jim Carrey on that Mount Rushmore of heroes. A little bit of backstory. I don't want to reveal a whole pile about how I got introduced to Weird Al, because this is just the first song. Of course, we're going from the bottom of the list to the top of the list in these songs. And I don't want to, reach another story where I go, I already told you that. But this definitely would have been one of the first 10 that I heard of his. I shared recently on the podcast that I had that accident at camp where I busted up my nose with a basketball net. And that's just a word of advice. Don't try to pick your nose with the rim of a basketball net, because it doesn't work. I returned home from that specific camping experience, and my dad took it upon himself. I was going through some other things, that school year and stuff, with some bullying and being made fun of for the music that I did listen to. A lot of Muppets and VeggieTales tapes. You mentioned cassettes. That's, a lot of what I used to listen to when I was younger.
Oh, it comes with the territory of the age bracket, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, too. And so, Dad just said, well, let me show you Weird Al. And he would have played this and a couple others. I got to stop name dropping songs because some of them may or may not be on the list in the future. But this is one of the ones. And now, like you said, you heard Yoda before Lola. Now, this was a case of me hearing My Bologna before hearing My Sharona.
Ah, yes.
Is how do you feel about that song, My Sharona by the Knack?
I wish I hadn't listened too hard to the lyrics one day. I think that's how I feel about it.
Oh, yeah.
I have a fun memory about it, though. I remember I was driving home from work one day, pulled up to a stoplight. My Sharona was playing on the radio, and I looked to my right, and my best friend was stopped to the right of me.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You remember the story?
A little bit, yeah.
And he looked over to me, and we just deadpan stared at each other, and just so happened to be listening to the same radio station. We intended to be weird and indiscernible to the other, but we simultaneously lip-synced My Sharona, and just both of us busted out loud. Our windows were closed. We just had this moment of synchronous miming.
Yeah, that's insane.
And yeah, it's nice that song reminds me of that moment every once in a while.
Right, yeah. Aside from the... It's still a jam. It's got, it's got a good riff and that, but I do slightly like it better on the accordion.
Yeah. And, listen too hard to any lyric, it'll wreck you.
True, I suppose.
Not necessarily, but, there's a lot of stuff out there that's really fantastic if you don't pay too much attention to
Right, yeah. There's definitely other songs that I've heard throughout my life, again, some of which are on this playlist, that's exactly the case. But I dug deeper and went, actually, I think I relate to this even more now. So, again, got to keep in those teasers for the clickbait all the time. Here's a quiz for you, pop quiz for Ripley.
Okay.
Chronologically, can you tell me where in Weird Al's history of his career this song lands?
Hold on. There's some sort of weird, because hold on. Another one rides the bus was like the OG recorded in like a bathroom.
No.
Excuse me?
That is this song, My Bologna.
Dang it.
Yeah, so that's when Weird Al was going to college for architecture. I can never say that word properly. Architecture? No, see, he was going to school to be an architect. There, that's the way I can say it. And he was also DJing his college campus radio station. He had a shift and a gig where he would do that. And that's where he donned the name Weird Al, because some people at the school, it's never been ultimately clear if they were making fun of him or just kind of playfully teasing him, but they'd always call him Weird Al, like just on campus. And he took that name on as his DJ name, and he's like, you're listening to, I forget the name of the station, which is bad, but he'd say, coming up next, it's you're with Weird Al here on, yeah. So he would take that persona, and persona rhymes with Bologna, and my persona. I'd never thought of that before. That's fun. So yeah, I'm not sure if I have this fully correct, but I want to say he wanted to record the parody, My Bologna, and I forget if it's that he couldn't get permission specifically to go into the radio station and use the recording booth or something. But again, in true Weird Al fashion, he took it upon himself to go into the men's bathroom across the hall from the recording booth and where they would do the radio show, and he just took an extension cord and some recording equipment. It was just him and the accordion, and he recorded the first version of My Bologna. And do you know what he did with it after that? What he did with that recording?
Did he release it as a single, or was it?
Not quite yet. So he took that to, or sent it to, rather, the Dr. Demento show.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, do you remember that?
That started him on that path.
Yes. So even before there was any talk of an album career or album contract of any kind, he took that song. Sorry, I keep saying took. He sent that song to the Dr. Demento show, and it ended up, I don't know if it was number 1, but it was at least in the top 5 most requested silly songs. Dr. Demento's radio show was always goofy, silly music, a lot of Frank Zappa and like Alan Sherman, like the Hello Mutta, Hello Fada that I had last episode. And yeah, My Bologna was very highly requested, which then took Al to going to a Knack concert, a concert by the Knack, and he met the band, and that began his whole procedure of asking permission to release the parodies as singles or put them on albums, and that's kind of the origin of that one.
No, I was frustrated because I don't remember all this research I did in middle school. And, like a stupid kid, I was like, I'll remember this. And so, yes, I have forgotten that I have forgotten.
Well, it's been a while.
But if I could defend myself with a little credibility, do you know the fun fact about the size of his accordion?
The size?
I'm sorry, that sounded super dirty. So, when you learn the accordion,
right,
you start out with a small version of an accordion. As you get better and you learn it better, you upgrade size-wise. That allows you to do more with the instrument as you reach a full-size accordion. And Weird Al purposefully stopped one size short at the medium-sized accordion because he just can't not be jumping around on stage.
Oh, true. If it was gigantic.
A full-sized accordion doesn't give him the mobility of his goofiness that he needs.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
It's not a lack of skill. That's not why he stopped.
No.
It was to maintain the goof.
That's cool. There you go. Now you're hitting me with something I've never read up on. That's pretty sweet, and it makes total sense. Well, with all this talk about accordion, it's a pretty decent segue into our second song that we could let join the party here.
Alrighty. As
we continue to talk about Weird Al, and I have another story to share. So, what do you say we toss on Squeezebox by The Who?
You're still listening to Heart Attack, and your host will be right back. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Box by The Who. Have you heard that one before, Rip?
Sure have.
Yeah? Does it bring back any memories for yourself? Or?
Yeah, actually. I remember not understanding what it meant when I was a kid and briefly thinking it was just dirty and I probably shouldn't be listening to it.
Oh, you immediately thought it was dirty. You didn't just go, it's a song about an accordion.
Hey, I don't know if I immediately thought it was dirty because I did just say when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's what I was like, oh.
But I didn't know that a squeeze box was another name for an accordion.
Right.
And I was like, all right. But, it's a very catchy song.
Yes.
I think it might have had something to do with one time I asked my father what a squeeze box was, I think.
Oh.
And he was like, a squeeze box. I'm like, okay. Do you just not want to tell me? Like,
oh, he didn't go any further.
That's not an answer. He just goes, a squeeze box.
All right. Well, I think my least favorite aspect of this song is that there's a really, in my opinion, weak attempt at a double entendre. Because
was it when I was when I started laughing?
I could hear you chuckling through the mic there, yeah.
Yeah.
Just on the she goes in and out and in and out, and I go, well, okay, if you're really psychoanalyzing the double entendre, as I've said already, it's she goes in and out and in and out, so that doesn't really track. I don't know, unless
right, yeah, there's.
So I think it's a poor attempt at a sexual innuendo, and I just love that it sounds like it's about a mom who can't stop playing the accordion and nobody else can sleep because of it. The neighbors, the dog, the kids, dad. Yeah. It kind of raises the question, why did I include this song on the playlist? Because I don't think this was in the original 500. And I believe you know this, Ripley, I'm not sure, but I own an accordion, and I say own very selfishly because actually since about 2007 I've been borrowing this accordion, technically. Because when I got into Weird Al early on, there was a bunch of people in my youth group at church that I was friends with, and I said, I just discovered this Weird Al, like my dad showed me, and they're like, oh, I know a little bit of his stuff, and blah, blah, blah. And there was one boy in the youth group who said, my parents have an accordion. And I was like, oh, that's cool, because we were talking about, like My Bologna, among others, and some of the polka medleys and stuff. And long story short, he got his mother to bring their family accordion to church so that I could take it home and just kind of try it out. She's like, oh yeah, just play around with it, be careful with it, but have some fun with it. And then I have had it ever since. And it's just never been returned and never been asked for back. I don't even know if I'd recognize the people if I ran into them.
I mean, hey, that is the gateway drug to owning something, is borrowing it for 10 years.
Yeah, well, even more than that. Man, oh man.
Right. No, I think after 10 years, you can legally say that you own it, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's now officially mine. Well, and that's the other thing, is that I in no way, shape, or form would ever claim that I can play it. Like, I can put it on and fiddle around with the side that looks like a keyboard, piano. I cannot figure out the bass side, the bellows or whatever they're called on the left side, because I just can't figure that out. It's very difficult.
Wow.
Yeah, but
have you ever looked into instructionals or lessons or YouTube videos?
That's what I was going to say. So YouTube videos I've looked at, and again, I don't know. I guess it's the way my brain is wired. I don't know. I think I'm dumb, but I just kind of fiddle around with it and go, I can't seem to figure this out. It's weird because I can play the drums, which is 2 feet and 2 hands simultaneously, but I don't know. I think it would require a lot more focus than what I've given it. so far. However, I will take this opportunity to reveal that I am in a Weird Al cover band called Weird Alibi. You did know that already because you've known that I've been
I did.
trying to put
Weird
that.
Alibi.
Yeah.
You're
weird.
such a dweeb.
Well,
It's
know.
great.
It's one of those things. I like to say I'm white and nerdy. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Yeah. Or a weird alcoholic. That's another. We do covers of the parodies, covers of his original songs, which a lot of people don't know. Yes, Weird Al does do original music. It's not all just parody. It's safe to say, yeah, we're both a fan of all of the above, right?
Oh, yeah. And that was the whole point of his tour that I don't remember the name of, and I'm not going to try.
Oh, the ridiculously self-indulgent, ill-advised vanity tour?
There you go.
I went to that one with my dad, and that was all original songs. No parodies were on that tour whatsoever. And that was for the hardcore fans, so that was really, really fun.
It's also a good way. It's also a good way to make a point, because
Yeah.
while only the hardcore fans are buying those tickets,
Mm-hmm.
everybody else in the world is hearing about the tour that Weird Al did that was only his original stuff, and everybody and their brother was going, Weird Al does originals?
Yeah, right. Well, I kid you not.
Yes.
Even the dude beside me at the concert, halfway through, he turns and goes, I haven't heard any parodies yet. And I'm like,
What?
you don't even know what you bought a ticket for, dude.
What? Did he win his ticket
I don't know. I think
in a Bologna eating contest?
I feel like he just saw on the website for the venue, like, oh, Weird Al's going to be there. That's all I need to know.
Oh, I've done that. I've shown up to a show that I didn't mean to show up to.
Oh,
I'm not going to disclose which one it was.
all right.
But it was very much like that. It was like, oh, you see the name of someone, you expect to get this type of a show out of it. I went to the show. I was like, oh. About 20 minutes from the end of it, I went to the bathroom and I started to come back and I just didn't. I just talked shit with one of the ushers outside the door for the rest of the show. The person that I bought the ticket for was still in there enjoying the hell out of all of it. And I'm like, alrighty, is it time yet?
Right. But you don't want to tell me what it was.
No. Nope. I'm not putting that on the internet. I'll tell you after.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Alrighty. There's a few things that if I bought tickets for showed up and it was a certain artist, I probably would bail as well. But, we'll get there eventually conversationally. So, yeah, that's a little bit of why I've included Squeezebox by The Who. I do like picking up the accordion and playing around with it. And in my Weird Al cover band, Weird Alibi, there's a portion of the show we're working on where I can play a couple riffs on the accordion accompanied by the rest of the band so it doesn't sound totally awful. But
Nice.
we're working on that little portion to bring us. You can't do a Weird Al tribute show without having some accordion. So
Right. And you gotta start somewhere, even if it's just a little riff off to the side.
Oh, and I'm going to be extremely nervous the very first time I bust that accordion out and try to play these parts. I'm going to be like, oh my God, here we go. So those are my two songs for today. Now, in true Heart of Track fashion, I obviously want to give Ripley the option to share some of her favorite songs as well. And my understanding is that you do have a song you wanted to pass along, and I'll let you take the floor for that.
Yep. When I was invited to join this podcast, and yes, I have been listening, I specifically wanted to choose my first song in the spirit of a new beginning, right? It's connected with a story that in my life represented a new beginning. And I also wanted to give a little tip of the hat to Marisa, my lovely predecessor, by honoring what I feel is her greatest achievement in the episodes that she was here with you, which is
Oh,
in that short amount of time, managing to add a song to her playlist by your fifth most disliked artist.
oh, yeah, right.
Nickelback. You
Oh,
can't escape it.
apparently not.
No, I'm keeping it here with you. Just suck on that. Like,
Huh.
first of all, no. No, wait.
Yeah,
It's not just a malicious move, right?
right.
It does fit in, and actually it fits in better than I thought it was going to.
Oh,
The reason this song, and I know I haven't told you the specific song yet, but you won't know it when I name it.
probably
But
not.
some of the listeners out there might know it when I name it. So I'm gonna leave it till the end of the story. But for my 21st birthday, my aunt and uncle gifted me um, a Mustang convertible.
Oh,
It was not my first car, but I loved that car so much. It was incredible. It was, you know, it wasn't like they went out and they bought me a car. I'm not, that spoiled. They were gonna either trade it in and get something for it, or donate it and, do the tax write-off thing.
yeah.
And they were like, well, Ripley just lost her first car because it died because it was 20 years old. So they gave it to me. And an incredible gift. Right? And we went down to pick it up. They live in Florida. So my mother and I drove down from Maryland and in her car, and then we drove back up separately. While we were down there, we did all the paperwork, and my uncle's like, all right, let's take her for a spin. Right? We get in this car, and my birthday is in November. So this is the last chance I'm going to have to put the top down for 5 months.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, all right, you can play whatever music you want, but after we play one song. So fun fact, the Mustang has a theme song. And then they told me the story. When they got this car, they were not the first owner of the car. They were the second owner, and it came with a CD because the CD player in the Mustang just ate CDs. You couldn't get that CD out of there to save your life. And it was a Nickelback CD.
Bummer. I would have spat it out first thing.
They were stuck with it. I was stuck with it. But there was just something so special about when they started that CD player, and the track that played fit so well for getting a nice Mustang convertible, which is, a snazzy sports car with the rag top down, and and you've got the stereo system cranked up. And so they had me enjoy that experience for myself to that song, and that was Animals by Nickelback.
Animals.
And Marisa let you off real easy. She was like, you don't like Nickelback? I'm not going to make you listen to that song. No, you will listen to this song and imagine.
Oh,
Top down, sunglasses, drumming on the steering wheel, wind just cranked up. It was perfect. It's actually kind of a car song. Well, it is a car song.
I'm seeing here that the album cover is a car.
Is it? Well, no, I never saw the album cover, because that's the thing, is it's not that I'm actually a Nickelback fan. I just couldn't resist pissing you off.
Right.
By making
so
my first.
You are smart to a degree. Yeah. No, I just looked it up as you were telling the story. It's Nickelback, All the Right Reasons, and my dad's going to be real pissed that I can't name the type of car. It looks like a 1950s car driving really, really fast down a highway.
Yeah, that was the vibe. And every time I hear that song to this day, I remember driving that car for the first time and, a few times after that because, it was the only CD I could listen to.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I got one of those tapes that you can plug in with the, the aux cord that comes out.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I would revisit that song a lot. It was definitely the Mustang's theme song. And the Mustang had an epic sound system, as it should, because it's 70 miles an hour with the top down. It needs to.
Yeah.
And that's what oddly ties it in with your two songs today.
Oh, yeah.
Because I specifically remember my uncle telling me, or I guess my aunt told me about my uncle would do it. They're respectful people. They don't blast their music way too loud unless they need to hear it, when they're on the highway. But there are those jerks who will stop at a stoplight. They've got their top down. They've got their music to the max. And it's just, God, the bass line is giving you a headache. He was not one of those people. But when one of those people pulled up next to him, he, in his Mustang convertible with his sunglasses on, would blast his stereo, which would 9 times out of 10 drown out theirs, which they were probably playing rap, metal, hard rock. He would blast polka.
Oh, hey. Well, that's pretty fun.
Just to be a fucking cartoon character.
Well, that's solid. Yeah.
Who does that?
I mean, I would. That's definitely.
Well, I was going to say I would too, but no, I would be too shy to be so ballsy, perhaps. But it's still hilarious to me. I remember that fondly.
That's pretty sweet. Nice. I was going to say, I thought the story was going to end with, and he would crank Nickelback, and I'm like, oh, so he wasn't one of those annoying people that cranks up their bass and it's rap and it's in public and everyone's just like, oh gosh, like he's worse than one of those people because he was doing Nickelback.
Damn.
But shall we toss on Animals so you can get my actual reaction to it?
Sure.
Because I can play it right here, right now.
You're listening to Hard Track, and your host will be right back.
Interesting.
Nickelback.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. For about 30 seconds, it was the best Nickelback song I have ever heard.
Right, before the vocals started.
Yeah. The riff was cool, and I could get down on that. It was then all the instant, like, emphysema and laryngitis that was like, whoa, okay. Yeah, not a horrible song, but yeah, I can't get down on that rusty nails on a chalkboard vocal.
That's fair. I didn't say I was going to push you to like it. I said you're going to listen to it.
Yeah.
To honestly, though, to appreciate, I think on that same ride, I was listening to something that my mother didn't care for, and I think it was, hold on, it was Metallica. It was For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Oh, hey. Yeah.
And she did not care for it, but she said something on that car ride that that I think speaks for the way that Animals was working for me.
Oh.
Is she goes, at this volume, it kind of works. Because when you're blasting something as you're, going down the highway in a convertible, it hits fairly different.
For sure. Yeah. That makes total sense. Well, I can appreciate it for your story there, for sure. Like I say, it's only my number 5 disliked artist out of, 5. And yeah, I will say, I think I'll still stand by the fact that that's probably, if someone said, what's your favorite Nickelback song, I guess I would say this now. Because
you've heard it?
No, I've heard a hand. I've heard a handful of other ones that make me want to like jump off a cliff, but this one in particular, I preferred the instrumentation. There was a little bit of elements that made me think of the song Vertigo by U2. And I don't know if anybody else on the planet has ever thought that, but I was like, there's a couple brief moments where I'm like, oh, U2 kind of rings that bell a little bit, for whom the bell tolls on that.
Nice.
Yeah, well, thanks for sharing that one with me. I mean that sincerely. It's thanks.
Sure you do.
Thanks for sharing that one with me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure we'll have lots more from you. Speaking of that, for next week, so here's a little bit of a change up we're going to do, folks, for Heart Attack. I'm going to give Ripley a little bit of a vibe clue so she can mentally prepare a song or two for the next episode. So next episode, heads up, it will be another pairing of 2 songs.
Oh, yeah, I should probably keep up, huh?
Yeah. We're going for early feelings of romance towards someone.
And they called it puppy love. Got it?
Yeah, a little bit of that vibe. If you want to choose Paul Anka, that's up to you, but...
Yeah, whoa. Vibe, just vibe.
Yep. So that's the only clue I'll give. 2 songs that, could be about early love, that kind of a thing. So, thanks so much once again, Ripley, for joining me on our new version of Heart Attack, this new era of it.
I had fun.
That's good. I think there'll be lots of fun to be had, lots of serious talks to be had, and the
Sure. I'm glad we started on a fun one. That's for sure.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It was cool that I got to start Marisa off with my top Mount Rushmore hero, and then you joined on the second. It's kind of cool. The likelihood that we will have some pretty hardcore banter is much higher now, because we've disagreed and teased each other and had little hissy fits or whatever over the phone. So
yes, and I chose Nickelback on purpose.
Yeah, you can shut up about it at any point. No, that's cool. That's a good move on your part. Yeah. So we'll check out what we got for next week when we get there. And thanks for listening. Like we said at the beginning, if you'd like to send us an email or comment on the video wherever you're listening to this, feel free, and we'll read our favorites, or pretty much any at this point. But we're happy to hear from you. All right, we'll catch everybody next week.
See you around.